Grand Rising. I hope you're well and safe wherever you are. If you're interested in natural products for hair care and skincare, please Google us at Tanzi B's or follow the link in the description box below. If you're willing to try candles, roses, bath salts, personal readings with myself, or if you need help with your brand or services if you have a small business, check us out at Lador Law School. That can be found at TarRose.Company.Site. All right? All of our products that we sell are shipped nationwide. So if you're in the Mid-South area, you are able to pick up your items. And yeah, that's pretty much it. With this energy, it is very strong. Okay, let's just put that. I was in the shower this morning. Well, this rising, because we're not in a state of morning. But I was in there trying to get cleaned up and everything before my daughter woke up. I kept hearing Bridgerton. I love Bridgerton, y'all, but I love it because at a point in time, that was our lives, right? We got the dreams coming out. So it's like dreams and then everything else is done. This says Mark 13:7, Matthew 11:11, and Matthew 24:47. And we have angel number 1399. These are Bible scriptures. Green apples are also significant. I'm saying green apples heavy. You could use Lysol. I'm saying that bottle, the little blue bottle. So maybe they got a green apple scent because that's what I'm seeing the green apple on. That is neat because yes, Dawn has green apple too. Look, because they nobody sponsoring me, child, but y'all get the gist, okay? I do have some notes too because when I was taking a bath, it was like I was hearing, okay, I think it's season 2 with the Viscount, and he was looking for his Viscountess, but he told her, he said, you don't know all the things that I can teach you. And I was hearing that loud as clear, and I'm just like, Spirit, can I finish? Like, I'm literally finna go to court. Can I finish? But I told y'all, my channels come in many ways. I was also tapping into like, shout out to the Elite Sun Goddess, okay? She did a video that I saw this morning and it was talking about divine unions coming into play. And she said in the video, she was like, if you feel like you don't need a man, then this is not for you. And this is gender specific, so it's like, even if you're a female, or even if you're a male and you feel like you don't need a female, it's like those readings were not for you. And this reading is not for you. However, what stood out to me most is she said, it was divinely orchestrated for you to have a certain protector. And I have been telling y'all that I had been picking up on like Whitney Houston and the Bodyguard type energy. And I saw that come back up when I heard her saying what she said. So one of her channeled words was sapiosexual on the video. And so I was like, what is that? Because with this day and age, baby, they got all kind of things that mean some of everything. Grand risings to all of you. Thank you for tuning in. If you're interested in natural products for hair care and skincare, please Google us at Tanzi B's or follow the link in the description box below. Candles, roses, or bath salts, you can all be purchased within TarRose.Company.Site or follow the link in the description box. As well as if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach me there as well. If you need help with your small business, TarRose.Company.Site. Now, I am about to read what I have. And then I'm going to pause and clarify with some cards, okay? So first thing first is a sapiosexual is someone who experiences sexual or romantic attraction primarily based on a person's intelligence, wit, and mental capacity, rather than their physical appearance. For a sapiosexual, a deep conversation and cognitive stimulation are the main drives of desire, often taking precedence over physical personality traits. So this was giving me the energy of like truly being mind-fucked, okay? That's the first thing that like popped up into my head. And so with that, it's very like a definitely trip to think that for some people, because some people have a high IQ, but it's looked at as an aphrodisiac. So with that, it's like you and your partner can possibly appreciate that you're able to hold your own in a conversation, such as a sapiosexual. And so the debate about spirituality versus religion or stuff like that, this would be like just their philosophy of a basic, it's like a candlelit dinner to them. But every time they talk, it's just a spark of creation, a spark of light, and spark of passion. So this is very much ultimate brains over beauty. And then some of you are the soda package. So, clock that T. But with this, it's like, don't be, I don't know what that was, but it came at the right time. Ice machine. I think that's the ice machine. I don't know, because it just came like at the right time. But anyways, the brains of a beauty, very much so. And it's like with this, you might be checking out the person's eyes or the way they smile. But with the sapiosexual, it's essentially waiting for them to open their mouth and say something brilliant. So it's like, even if you feel like you're not the whole package, which you should not be in the energy, because who else gonna do it? God made you the way that she made you for a reason, okay? Because you're the star. So the first thing that I told you about Bridgerton was when Anthony had told Kate Sharma that, do you even know all the ways a lady can be seduced? The things I could teach you. And so he just wasn't talking about physical intimacy. He was reacting to the fact that he finally met someone on his level. Like, all of the diamonds of the season, they bored him. So he didn't really want to be with them like that. But when it came to Kate, it was love at first sight. Remember, he saw, well, if you know of Bridgerton, but when he saw Kate, she goes out on horse riding in the morning. He goes out on horse riding in the morning. And so when they finally crossed paths, it was kind of like, who are you? Because this is his town, but they merely came from India to find her sister a husband. So y'all know that whole ordeal was kind of like a little messy, child, but true love won at the end. And they fought for it, true enough, but it's like they could no longer hold back the way that they felt. And that's even beautiful to even say, because he was finna marry this girl's sister. Like, he was finna marry her because he wanted to be a man of his word, but her bangle or her bracelet fell. And it's like, even she was twisting it like, oh my God, like, I can't believe that I'm finna go back home. My sister is finna be happily ever married. She didn't want to let her sister down. He didn't want to let her sister down. But at the end of the day, her sister was like, wait a minute. And I remember telling y'all the first, well, it's been a little minute ago, but I remember channeling, I was like, somebody got cold feet. And it's not that her sister had cold feet, but she was just like, wait, why is you looking at her like that? And she was like, oh my God, y'all always looked at each other like that. But I was just so blind to see, like, but maybe that's what y'all is experiencing. I don't know. Because I kind of feel like another reading I did when I was like, the ex, like, do anybody got any last words? And I don't remember what else I said, but I remember channeling that. So, it's like intellectual foreplay for them, because throughout the season 2, that was their whole little banter, child. It was just like, essentially, that was their version of seduction. Flirting, I guess, it really was torture versus flirting. So it's like being in space with someone or being close to them, but you're not able to express how you truly feel. And so, like I said, he was bored with the other diamonds of the season, but Kate wit and the refusal to back down is what triggered him and his desires. It's really like a power dynamic, because he was a capital rake, okay? And if you don't know what a rake is, it's like a hoe in this society. But that didn't matter. It's like when he finally found the one person who could equivalent to him, let's just say they still together to this day, child, at least in the series, okay? So it's a physical chemistry is off the charts, true enough, okay? I was picking up on another scene of Bridgerton too. Right when I was tapping into this other scene, I was hearing Mario crying out for me. And so I was like, wait a minute, because yes, it's Bridgerton, but it's like 4 seasons. So we're starting with Anthony and Kate, which is season 2. Or is it season 3? it's a season. However, he's the Viscount. The Dutch and Duchess was coming through too, which was Simon and Anthony's sister. With that, it was giving. I don't know if this would happen for y'all like this, but just hear me out. When it came to their ordeal, it was more so like she couldn't really find someone in the town that she wanted to be with. So a lot of these Bridgertons, they're like, I'm not gonna say they're picky, but they know what they want, and you can't get mad at somebody that do. So with the Dutch and Duchess, she became a Duchess because the Dutch, or the Duke rather, was just like, well, for one, he was following her. Okay, he would not leave her like out of his sight. So where she thought she was going to the garden like on her own, good thing he did follow her, because some dude tried to like push up on her and stuff like, oh, you're gonna be mine, head ass. But so they fought and they had their little tussle, child. But he was like, you know what? Why don't we give the town what they're looking for? And she was like, well, what do you mean? And he was basically telling her like, why don't we just marry? If you, like, I don't really want you, you don't really want me. That's what they said, child. But that's kind of like how their whole ordeal got started. And so when they finally went back into the ballroom and they got like, of course now the whole town is looking, because it's like, what? And Anthony was mad because that was his best friend. And he like, you a hoe like I'm a hoe. How the fuck you gonna marry my sister? I'm like, well, he got a point, but they're still together to this day, child. It's like all these unions on Bridgerton. So y'all should really look at Bridgerton if you can, because it's like, let me stop talking, child. We got shadow healing coming through, roses. I think that's very beautiful, because when I started and I was shuffling, I saw the rose card come through. Songs or, you know, chimes or wind, because the wind is up high, it's so high. It could be telling you a story. And it's definitely been speaking to me, because it was two dandelions in my face. I probably said it right. But now they're gone. One blew away completely, and one just is like, it's laying down. But that's how high the wind is up. And I'm just looking at the fact that the tower has finally fallen. And it's like, that's beautiful. So we have crows out, but with this crows, let me be as wants to be your mama, get mama some sugar mama, I be your sugar mama. That's Beyonce. Y'all know Beyonce comes, so shout out to DP Squared on the beat, because Beyonce come out a lot. But I basically grew up watching her, like, just know this is a divine union, okay? We got the celestial beings coming out, and I found myself putting them at the top versus putting them down here with the other cards. And then it's in the bridge of angels are communicating with us through dreams. They tell us about our lives, our concerns, and give us clues about what's to come. So pay attention and try to remember your dreams. Like I told y'all, I saw Lysol and like green apples in my dreams last night, but I couldn't remember what else. But it was a song coming through this morning. Well, this rising, stop saying morning. Because you're not in a state of mourning. So it's like, say grand risings, okay? You can pick up a lot of energy that way. Told you what I said. Can we get that song to come back through, DP? This is really standing out to me because I haven't shuffled this yet. So for this to be on the bottom of the deck, and that's it, I'm gonna take it. Oh my God, I'm putting it back up here with the other stuff, which is fine, but it's like, I'm hearing her say, watch what you're doing. Oh Lord. Some of you are in this season of like getting pampered, in this energy rather, of getting pampered, but with this, it's like you're working through all that you have to unravel. It's like no entanglements are being done at this time. Things are moving to the surface that needs to be pushed back further out to heal, not to suppress, but to heal. And so maybe this is why you're seeing a lot of birds. We got storks, flamingos, penguins, egrets, and crows on the table. Can we clarify storks? Because it's like somebody is very action oriented, very ambition. And that's the only card that we got. That is beautiful though. It's like it may be a change on the horizon. Well, duh. If the tower has fallen, yeah. But they're very confident now. It's like, okay, I'm determined. I'm ready to conquer, any obstacles or any pain that's in my way. That I just said, it's like things are now being pushed. Like, what else do I need to get rid of? And so it's like, how can I approach challenges with courage and determination? But they're very ambitious. And for this to be a Knight of Swords instead of a Queen of Swords, this is a masculine energy. Now, no matter what you're attracted to in your love life, I keep telling y'all, connections aren't just romantic. This could be a job offer or, someone that wants you close, okay? That's just the energy that I'm getting. So in one of my channels, I wrote down enemies to lovers, but I don't feel like y'all are enemies. Oh no, I'm here. Oh no. Can we see what clear audience is? I want a pentacles if this is their dream state. I want a sword if this is their physical reality. I'm here, love don't live here anymore. So the card to clarify, clear audience, is a disconnection. So maybe you're ignoring your intuition at this time. It's in your physical. So maybe your dreams is, you're picking up what they're putting down, but then in the physical, it's like, I'm getting the energy that you're busy. So I used a different deck. The Emperor is upright in that deck, but it doesn't matter right now because we're not using that one. Now the Emperor is in reverse. But we had a swords to clarify that this is on the 3D plane, that you're possibly not able to hear those, tell me again, my baby, be lovers and friends. The Three of Pentacles. Wait a minute. I just asked for a pentacle for the dream state. The sword was supposed to be for the physical. I told you, you're not enemies to lovers. So for lovers and friends to come through, it's being divinely sent from the cosmos. And so it's like they're trying to prepare you, of course, for where you're going. But it's like, I'm showing you this so it doesn't scare you or it doesn't take you by surprise. But you have delayed this because you feel like you're not good enough in this connection. You would fall. So we got the Two of Swords to the Three of Wands. And for the Three of Pentacles to be, well, I mean, it still showed its presence. So for the Three of Pentacles to come out here, I told you, it's like maybe some of you are about to be in like a job offer or just something close, but this person want to collaborate with you some way, somehow. Somebody like what you do, like what you do for a living or something like that. They like what you do. I'm also hearing the word intimacy. So it's like, maybe you're going to teach this person. Maybe you're going to teach this person something. Or, now I'm seeing Bridgerton again when he's like, there's so much that I can teach you. But it's like, it's a mirrored effect. You show this person their wounds, they show you your wounds. But y'all are not, okay, you're not diamonds, you're emeralds. And I find that very beautiful because I just told y'all when I was explaining, it's like he didn't want a diamond of the season. He wanted something that was equivalent to him. And for it to be emerald, that is like heart chakra energy, very fertile, very abundant. So maybe like, because I'm hearing, what is it called? it's a leave, like when you're pregnant and you have to take leave or whatnot. Clarify that. I'm gonna leave them on the bottom because I really don't want to. If they come out, they come out. But I saw it on the bottom. This card don't be. This don't supposed to be in here. What is the child? Because it's to the justice. Karma. It's still on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna take it. God damn. I just heard, don't you start with me this rising, Miss Ma'am. That's definitely my mama. For this to be karma, which was this card, and it doesn't supposed to be in this deck to the justice, this is scales being balanced. But it's like, y'all have taken a hard hit. I'm literally saying somebody get hit by a truck. But it's like, that was a little painful. But maybe that's how, you know, you felt. And if you were in an accident, you know, sorry. But that was part of the channeling. However, this is just giving me that this is why they've been showing you whatever you've been seeing, because you got a decision to make. Okay. It's like things that happened in your past, you trusted your gut because you was like, you know, it feel right, but it's like it's now showing you like, it felt right for the moment because it was a moment of growth. It was a moment of uncertainty, but I'm also hearing serendipity. I think that's the name. So you're very gentleman, or even if you're a female watching this, it's like you're very wise in whatever it is that you carry. So you always want to elevate whoever you're with, which it should be like that and vice versa. But it's like you're finding yourself talking to a brick wall at a lot of times. And, you know, stalemate is really coming through with this too. That's why I'm like, why did it fall? And it fell over here with shadow healing. And you see how this card is burnt? I told y'all, it's like the tower is falling. I was in the middle of doing a reading and I went to go look for something. And then next thing I know, I saw behind me, like, my counter was on fire. So I had to hurry up and put it out, child. But, ooh, can we clarify that? Because it's like, look at the cards. We got the 6 of Wands here. You're finally being put in, okay, we got to bring it out now. For the Emperor to be in, we'll reverse. I knew she was gonna get up soon. Hey, mommy. Things are just being very much balanced for y'all because I put this on top of the 3 of Pentacles. Your inner child was safe in places where it really shouldn't have been safe in, but it was safe for the moment because you had to heal that. So it's like you're no longer carrying that herring. Somebody got a herringbone. But you're no longer carrying those emotions of, you do not feel like how you felt yesterday, if that makes sense. So it's like, the relationship wasn't a complete loss. You healed a lot that you didn't even think that you were carrying anymore because you were comfortable in your own essence. However, you were also being sucked dry in the same process. So it's like, where you thought you was taking 2 steps forward, you felt like you were 2 steps back. But whole time, it's like, no, you're just where you need to be. And that's why this title is the name that it is. And so if you're feeling emotional drain at this time, or you're feeling like some things are blocked, it's because these people cannot experience your overflow. You've always given to them, but it's like they just depleted you. Now it is time for you to be replenished. And so that's why the Sun card, the 9 of Cups, the Emperor, all of this is in reverse. Is the Empress here? This is not the Empress card, but we have the King of Wands. This is giving the energy that she's here, but she's just present in entrepreneurship or passions, or, you know, she's confident in what she's doing, that she's not really, I'm getting like she's not really focused about this. Yeah, we got the Hermit here and the Two of Wands. So it's like she's planning on, you know, whatever she can fix at this time. Not that the Divine Masculine is not, but it's just giving the entry. What's entering? Ooh. He at work. I heard I'm always him. Okay, it's giving the energy like I know what I have to do, so I'm doing it. So by the time I go home, wait a minute, we got a song coming through. Wait a minute, Kigla got this song. I don't know the name right now, but in the song I'm hearing just that part, and in the song he like, I can't come home right now. Just save me a plate. Got to go to the bank because I got to make this play. Something like that. But that's basically this energy. It's like, I know you want me home, but I can't come home right now. Why can't you come home? Because I'm sitting there like, why not? We got Four of Cups. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. We got the Four of Cups, which is a new opportunity. So, ain't this heart chakra? Well, duh. But that's like popping up when I said that. Y'all know I gotta go back and look at this like ESPN, child. Clarify the Four of Cups. Penny for thought. I always think of that when I see the card. That's too many. Give me another one. Okay, y'all, hold on, because maybe y'all are very... Your solar plexus... Okay, hear me out. I'm literally seeing somebody at a restaurant, and it's like you're that close, but the person left before the other person could catch up. But it's like you knew that this person was by you, and with that solar plexus, it's like you possibly felt something in your stomach. If you didn't feel it in your stomach, you just had this knowing of like, they're near me. And for this to say a sign you've never noticed before grabs your attention, it may take a little while to decode the message, but your intuition tells you it's important. That's kind of like what I'm getting. Because when I was out with my dad the other day, y'all know we took him out for his birthday, but I kept hearing that Sade song, Kiss of Life. And I heard it. We left the restaurant, but then I broke the key. It just shattered. Well, it didn't shatter that it couldn't be broken, so glory to God that we got home. However, my daughter used the bathroom, so I had to take her back in the building to clean her up. The song kept playing, like, so strong, and I didn't see anything of that would catch my eye to correlate it. So I just was like, okay, well, this is the channel message for the day. This is a channel phone, which has been coming through very, very strong. All right, so the Ten of Cups to the Strength, it's like, even if they lack confidence somewhere, or if you lack confidence somewhere, it's like this person, or you definitely know who your person is. With the Strength card here, it's like even if they just think about you, or even if they just think about a future with you, it gives them a certain momentum. It gives them a certain strength. And for it to be fire and water, it's like that's a balance, of course. But I mean, all elements work together. However, the fire is the passion. The water can definitely put out the fire, but it's not being put out. The water is the emotions of grace, the emotions of life, the emotions that we can get through the tide. Any challenges, everything is like just being set in stone, because whereas you guys may felt like you were blinded to the fact, or things were just like, now this connection was definitely tested. And when this connection come into union, it's going to be tested. The test has never stopped. So that's why that card right here was like the delays and the setbacks. But rejection is always protection. I'm getting the energy. It's like, okay, back to Bridgerton, but this season that's going on, she snuck into the masquerade ball. She wasn't supposed to be there because she was just a maid, but the Bridgerton boys saw her, and they had their little moment to themselves and stuff. But when he was trying to go look for her, because he was like, at midnight they were supposed to unmask and show who they were, but she left. It's very much giving Cinderella. Instead of a shoe being left, he had only her glove to go by. So he finally got to the fact, like, okay, his mom was like, so you're trying to marry yourself, like, without me? Like, y'all know how their mom is. So maybe your mom is the same way. But she was like, well, if you would have came to me for help, I would have told you to check the Penelope's house. Well, not Penelope, that's another. It started with a P, but she was like, I would have told you to go there because this glove is an heirloom from their family. Like, they always stitch their name into their clothing. Okay. He still went there. When he went there, it wasn't neither of the sisters that he saw, because they was hiding Cinderella. She was doing duties, like she was a maid basically for that family. Now, that's really her house, but their dad married again and all of that good old jazz child. Moral of the story, they saw him when he left, because she was like, well, if he wasn't here for you and he wasn't here for you, this is their stepmother, then why was he here? And they was just watching him like until he leave. So he pulled out the glove. She knew the glove, the mama, because she married into the family. But she finally said, it was a mark on my shoe and you were in my shoes. And she was like, no, I wasn't in your shoes. And so she asked the girl to put on the shoes, and she said, oh, it's a perfect fit. Just like the fucking union she's supposed to be in. Long story short, the girl gets put out. She was like, if I'm such a burden to you, why would you not let me go? Like, you've been holding me hostage here, basically, like, ever since the girl daddy died, right? So she said, you know what? Okay, just go. Why in that scene, like, when she finally felt like she was gonna leave, or, you know, okay, I gotta get out, I can no longer be here, the Bridgerton guy, he was so, like, hell-bent, basically, like, I can't find her. And I just knew I was gonna find her at that house, which he did. It's just another maid that kind of, well, I'm not gonna say, girl, he a maid, shit, let me finish. He told her, he was like, he's looking for you. Go in the room and let him know that you're here. And she was like, he's not looking for me. He's looking for the lady that was at the ball, but I'm not that lady. And so she felt like by her being a maid that, you know, there wasn't enough for him. So she leaves the town. I mean, only got like 30 cents of her name. Wasn't that what love got to do with it? But she left, right? And with that, so somebody definitely hit a nail on the head, baby, because I'm being nosy, but it's part of the reading. However, she ended up going to the country, baby. He ended up going to the country. Divine timing. She had literally just got another job, so she was like working that night. In the midst of her working, right, because I like literally just saw this other day, y'all, so just bear with me. But in the midst of her working, it was another maid being pushed up on, because I guess men didn't give a fuck about how women felt then, but the Bridgertons was raised to be gentlemen, so they don't do that. But the girl that was the maid that previous left, she had to throw some water in the guy's face, and he was like, you bitch, or whatever the fuck he said. And she was like, girl, just run. And so he was like, well, since you want to save a hoe, you come here. And so then the Bridgerton got into it, and he was like, apologize for her now. He didn't know that that was her, but he had an inkling. He was like, don't I know you from somewhere? And she was like, no, sir, you don't know me. And so she just left because she feels like she's not worthy of this connection. So she just left, and he was like, can I give you a ride back to town at least? Like, and she was like, no, I'm good. And he was like, you can't walk out there in the dark like this. So she was like, okay. So she saw how far she had to walk, child, and she got on her ass on the carriage, okay? In the middle of them driving in the carriage and stuff, he like, I won't talk to you. Just let me, give you a ride. And so she's holding him to that. She says, no, he asked her, he said, what did you say your name was? She said, I didn't. And he was like, okay. And so the universe is like, I'm tired of these games. I'm tired of these games. It came raining like out of nowhere. I mean, pouring down raining. Luckily, this man money like is long. So whereas he was going back to town, he was able to go to their country home that his family have. And he was like, when we got a house like up here, we're just gonna go here for the night because the rain's getting too bad. Back in them times with the horses and stuff, it's like, we'll get stuck. And they weren't trying to do that. So he was like knocking on the door. He was like, it's supposed to be maids there, but they had went to go visit their family child. So these people was basically by themselves for a full night. Now, in the Bridgerton's home and stuff like that, that's not supposed to go on without a chaperone or something like that. Remember that bar fight that I was telling y'all about? He had got cut. So it's kind of like a good thing that they did stop because, long story short, she was trying to be respectful of him. He was trying to be respectful of her. But she heard him like basically moaning and groaning all damn night. And she was like, why didn't you tell me earlier that you were in this much pain? So like she had to go stop the bleeding and all that jazz. So moral of the story is, I just told y'all about the restaurant scene. I'm thinking it's just part of the collective, but it's like something that close is like to you or happening for you. Cause it's like even when the guy was like, go in there and tell him like who you are. And she was like, he's not looking for the maid me, he's looking for the masquerade me. And it was very sad because that season, like, even though it may look like she stole, but she didn't. That all belongs to her. They just told her that her dad didn't leave her anything in the will, so you can work for us. So she was basically working for free, but she would be paid to stay up under the roof. And so that was very, very saddening. But I definitely have to go finish those seasons today. It's been 30 minutes since I've been recording, so I need to fix my daughter something. Let me see. I'm gonna pull this one because, if you're interested in natural products for hair care and skincare, Google Tanzi B's or follow the link in the screen, in the description box below, okay? With the candles, roses, and bath salts that can all be purchased at TarRose.Company.Site. Personal readings with myself and coaching with your brand of services as well. So I saw White Wolf in reverse while shuffling through the cards. Psalms 93 is coming through to cleanse your space, and your vessel. So maybe that's giving me like a fast. Maybe some of you are on a 7-day fast. Take it how it resonate. Somebody is very good with their hands. It's giving the magician energy. We got numbers 11, 22, and 33, as well as 44. So those are all master numbers. So it's like you're a master of what you do. You're very wise. The answers are unfolding. The codependency energy is being released. And so for that to be, here with answers unfolding, but answers unfolding is in reverse, so which means you actively know the answer. You're just figuring out how to release the codependency. I don't think this is your energy per se, but it's like energies that surround you. Somebody is switching jobs. Have you ever tried sleeping with a broken heart? I think that's Alicia Keys. Right here in my bed. Can we clarify this energy? Well, thank you, Spirit, because I was just gonna say, like, I'm not gonna pull anymore because it was just blank, but then it just fell out. I'll keep this one. So The Five of Pentacles, Judgment in reverse, and the Six of Cups. This is giving me the energy that it's a lot of isolation had to take place, but you were also reserving the last of innocence that you had. And it's like you were a little resistant to this because it was like, excuse me, I'm literally getting the energy. It's like somebody thought you were going to be the same. Or maybe you felt like this way. Take it how it resonates. But it's like that's giving the energy of, with this Ace of Swords, it's like being able to convey everything that you need to say. I'm hearing like one and done. So it's like not prolonging anything. Because you got to like this new idea for a new perspective. And it's a lot of breakthroughs, but I'm here. I gotta go my own way. That's Monica. Now I'm gone. That's her song. But before that, something was coming through. It's like, baby, it's gonna be okay. That's giving the grandmama energy. Snickerdoodle cookies is coming through. For that to be coming, thank you, because I did forget about that. While I was getting ready this morning, it was giving the energy. It's like somebody may feel like you're a hard nut to crack, or you know, just a hard shell. But it's like I literally saw a chocolate chip cookie. When I saw the cookie, it seemed like it's hard, but then they literally broke it apart, and I could see like the chocolate melting. I thought that was so cute. So for a cookie to come through right when like the snickerdoodle, well, the cookie came through earlier, but then snickerdoodle was like, don't forget. And then that's how it's like the mama energy was kind of like, baby, it's gonna be okay. I don't know if somebody's gonna ask you for like breakup sex or something like that. Your spirit guys are saying no, but let's get an answer. It's like you can do it, but just know somebody's very fertile. So I feel like that's why they're like, don't refuse it. Like, don't be in denial about it. I know it was good, but it was only good to get you through what you needed to get through. Now you must balance out the work and the life that you completely want for yourself. And 23 is significant too. That's giving me the energy of Jeepers Creepers. Because Jeepers Creepers was said to come every 23 years. I was almost done. I'm gonna go for real this time, y'all. I'm gonna leave this here, but it's a deck over here that they wanted me to get. Hold on. So y'all remember when I told y'all about like intimacy coming through? Why is that the first card on the bottom? And it was one of them. Oh, it's here. This card was not supposed to be in this deck. So for it to be there is very beautiful. I'm gonna push this. Hold on. They like, take your time, because I gotta cross, clarify. And they're like, look at what you're doing. And it's like things are being cleaned up. You know, you may feel like it was a messy situation, but they're like, no. It was a mess when you were going through it because it's not what you were supposed to be comfortable in. Right when I'm finna put it up, they say, use this deck. Okay, can we get 6 out of here? If I have to cut it short, y'all know that I will, but I'm trying to be as quick as possible. That's why that's doing that. It's giving the energy. It's like when something take place, you're gonna have to just take a moment of breath. A lot of these cards wasn't in reverse at first, but some were. So your ancestors and your spirit guides, it's like you're emotionally drained because you do have a lot of opportunities that's coming your way, but you cannot allow your emotions to be blocked, or you just sitting on your emotions that is consuming you. You have this energy that you're lacking in your progress, you're lacking in your confidence because you haven't made the decisions within the indecision. So the balance that you're finding is not to avoid conversation, not to be in denial. Use your clarity, use your mental power to speak your truth. Like, even if you just gotta talk and just let it flow, know that you're worthy of whatever it is that you're calling in. 22 is out here, as well as 11, which I think is very beautiful because we did have those master numbers coming through to confirm. Pay attention to your email. Somebody is going to communicate with you some way, somehow, and it's like answers unfolding coming through. I already told y'all that Alicia Keys' Broken Heart was also coming through. Celestial beings are on the bottom to the birds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me 2 more. Ain't nothing to it. Real one. Ain't nothing to it. Boss. That's the Carters, Boss, by her and Jay-Z. But in that song, she like, I be riding around my seat reclining, dropping my daughter off at school every morning. We slamming car doors. When I created this card, y'all, I literally was just singing it to myself, right? My clear audience was on point. Why when like the moment that I write slamming, it's a door had like slammed outside. And I was like, okay, clock that T, okay? We got Sunshine Lady coming through. I think Willie Hutch sang that song. Deja Vu by Beyonce coming through. This card says children and 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles did come through. Oh my Lord, it's on the bottom. Because I'm like, it did, but I did, reshuffle. Whereas you might not have, you're never going to be completely healed. But every connection is a new lesson. Every connection is a new blessing, however you choose to look at it. And I feel like what they're cleaning, they've already cleaned up things for you. Remember when I was picking up the stuff and they were like, look at what you're doing. It's like they're already removing things out of your obstacles, moving things out of your way. That's why I had to tell y'all about the Bridgerton thing, because it's like, she thought when she left that town, she left her husband, because that's basically who he is to her. And when she left, he left. So it's like, even though she didn't know and he didn't know, by the time they met each other at the end of that night, oh, that's another thing that I didn't say. Remember when she was like, you should have told me like that you were hurt. And it's just, she was asleep and she woke up because she's like, I keep hearing somebody, moaning and groaning. He remembered. By looking at the bottom of her mouth, he remembered, because I told you her face was covered with the mask or whatever, but he was like, don't leave me again. And he kept asking her to kiss her to kiss him. But some kissing going on. Whatever, they kissed before the end of the night. And so he wanted her to kiss to make sure that was her, because he was flashing back by the way that she had to doctor him back to life, child, but his vision was kind of like, it's like turn your expertise into new revenue. That is so beautiful. Like, right, yeah, it's like right when we said that. And his mama was even like, you need to marry, because this is like, her sons are some hoes, y'all. And so she's like, look, it's a lot of y'all motherfuckers, but I'm trying to be attentive until I can't be attentive. Okay. I gotta hurry up, because I know I gotta go. But can we clarify this Ace of Cups? And what else do you have to say? So clarifying the Ace of Cups, it is some distance between you and your family. And this is a new family. Like even if you all have kids or previously kids, this energy, it talks about fertility, parenthood, and pregnancy. Not the birds want to go crazy. The distance is in reverse. So I don't feel like the distance is far. That's why I just explained all the fuck that I just explained. Where the fuck did this card come from? You got a new beginning. Okay, you're free to do whatever you want to do. A black card coming to confirm. You're very spontaneous. I'm getting the energy somebody was like, is this lust or is this love? Okay? Very much confirmation because my eye wanted to go crazy all of a sudden. Both parties wanted to make sure that they were not in commitment. Embracing solitaire, we got withdrawal and lust in here, but it's like, when I saw the lusting card, it was more so, it's like somebody was asking, like, we got escape in here too. I'm gonna leave it there. Hey, mommy. Don't resist this, okay? Don't resist it. It's like, hey, mommy. With the resistance here and the, look at the water. Remember I was telling y'all about the water and the fire. It's pain here because it's like, I don't want to do this again. It's kind of like what I'm getting, but you all are leaving twin flame connections for loyalty. With the twin flame and the clouded judgment, it's like, this is what's being shedded. So we got loyalty and perspective here. So it's like you have the new perspective of you're no longer in heart fog. Hey, mommy. Hey. You're not in, I was just finna say lunging. You're not in lunging of wondering. You're not stubborn no more when it comes to your ego. She can stay right there. A lot of people are going to feel rejected. They may feel hopeless now, but it's like these people had you in this energy. And it's going to be bittersweet. Confirmation. But it's like, it's a decision that must be made to be in the energy of grace, be in the energy of attraction. Because that's the sudden awareness that you have. And maybe you're thinking like, is this just a thrill? Or, you know, that's really standing out to me. With the thinking of you and the ecstasy of it. It's like, this person knows exactly who you are. You know exactly who this person is. Hey, mommy. You want this one? I'm glad you got your booties on. We got intuition here. To confession and manifesting. That's very beautiful. And with this, it says justice on the back. Remember, we did have the justice card showing its presence and coming through. So, if you're interested in natural products for hair care and skincare, please Google us at Tanzi B's. This is a new foundation, y'all. This is so beautiful. It may seem silent, but the silence is not gonna last for too much longer. It's silence because they wanted to keep boundaries or enforce boundaries rather, but it's like only you. The card says family. Self-focus and self-growth is really standing out with this. If you're interested in natural products for hair care and skincare, Google us at Tanzi B's or check out the description box below for TarRose.Company.Site, candles, roses, bath salts, personal readings with myself, and coaching for your brand and services. Don't let this stress you. That stress card is really standing out. It's not stressing you. It's like it no longer influences you the way that it once did. Or maybe you were even indulging in third-party ordeals to kind of like, I'm hearing something took the cake. And so there's very beautiful energy, but it's like at the end of the day, you didn't allow the distractions to overpower your peace. These cards are peeking out, and I'm grateful because it's like the clarity is there. And that's so beautiful because it's like, I be hearing it, I be feeling it, but for it to be stood out there so much is very, very significant. Very, very significant. I had gave it to us to play with. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Check out the description box. I keep hearing that song. Love don't live here anymore. Somebody was in a connection for 10 to 12 years, because that's what I heard, 10 to 12. So, Shawty wanna ride with me, we can get low. That's Young Buck song. I do remember the bittersweet card coming through. After I said the 10 to 12 years, it was like, that's why they were pulling me back to that card. Maybe a lot of resentment, maybe a lot of wounds, but it's like maybe that's why this person can't talk to this person or something like that. It could be a divine masculine. Okay, it could be a divine masculine, but I was hearing a divine feminine. Like, he gonna talk today. He gonna talk today. I really don't want to clarify anything else, but I do want to get some chapters of this connection. Hold on. So this energy was definitely self-explanatory. I just opened the book, child. So the first one is protection. My God is my rock. I can run to her for safety. She is my shield and my saving strength, my defender and my place of safety. She saves me from those who want to harm me. 2 Samuel 22:3. Acceptance. The great mother does not see as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but she looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. Gentleness. Accept my teachings and learn from me, because I am gentle and humble in spirit, and you will find rest for your lives. Matthew 11:29. Blessed are those who are humble, they will be given the earth. Matthew 5:5. And that was a blue car coming through. Loneliness. Teach them to obey everything that I have taught you, and I will be with you always, even until the end of this age. Matthew 28:20. Because I was going to say it's a heavy Matthew energy, but I got a Matthew card, so I'm going to read it. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the great mother, your God, goes with you, and she will never leave you nor forsaken you. Deuteronomy 31:6. The bottom of this I have wrote, a baby girl. So that means that you may have a baby girl or you could already have a baby girl, but it's standing out to me. With this card that speaks of Matthew's other scriptures, the numbers are 44 and 405. You feel an undeniable urge to communicate an important message to someone, and the words flow right out of your mouth. The angels are channeling their guidance through you, and you've been chosen as the angel's helper. So I was going to open the chapters to see what last message would come out, but we do have another message on the back. Seek first the kingdom of God and her righteousness, and all things you will be added to you. Matthew 6:33. My daughter is listening to head, shoulders, knees, and toes. That's just giving me the energy like you're in alignment with this from your head to your toes. I wanted to know the name numerology for Matthew. We had like damn near so many scriptures with that. So it equals to be a 9. It's 27. And 7 plus 2 is 9. Why Matthew per se? Protection. We are pushed hard from all sides, but we are not beaten down. We are bewildered, but that does not make us lose hope. Others make us suffer, but God does not desert us. We are knocked down, but we are not knocked out. 2 Corinthians 4:8-9. With Matthew equaling to be a 27, I'm also getting the energy of 2 sevens, if that makes sense. So like 77, but I was literally hearing 2 sevens. So maybe 2 sevens are like coming into you, you know, you could be a life path 7, they could be a life path 7, but it's like 9 also means like completion, endings, and everything like that, but 9 is also universal love number. Grace. God grace is us even more grace, as the scripture says, God is against the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. Give yourself a round of applause. I wrote that over here. This was definitely saved. And what I'm getting by that is, it's like save the best for last, is what I'm hearing. I had saw a name come through as a notification and it was saved, but it was saved with a 3 for the E. And that equal to be a 4 in numerology. And I thought that was very, very beautiful. Why is it save the best for last? Like, duh, but... So it just gives me the introduction of the book. The start of a new chapter is what I'm hearing. Blue to you. Okay, so very much throat chakra energy. This gives you anxiety. Don't have time to complain. I'm busy building. 22 is heavy. I wrote 22 twice. It is a wonderful bliss to be a daughter of God. You can take great joy in knowing that she made you special and she desires a close relationship with you. Spending time in her word each day will fill you with hope and peace. I feel like somebody watch my videos daily. Y'all see how this page is tore out? My daughter tore it out. But that page is courage. And I see the word courage a little bit. So it say power, take your courage. God who supplies all courage, I feel like I keep coming back to this well again and again. How grateful I am for your endless supply of courage. How I'll be lost without it. I am so encouraged by your presence. With you, I can face anything. I have nothing to fear. And that's why I said I feel like somebody watch my videos daily. How am I inspiring you? I want to know. Of course you do. Protection. This thing came out 3 times. The Great Mother keeps you from all harm and watches over your life. She keeps watch over you as you come and go, both now and forever. Psalms 121, 7 through 8. I've read all 3 because we literally had this chapter come through 3 times. Powerful God, what fight is too great for you? Nothing can defeat you. No scheme, no weapon, nothing. Though I know of your great power, I often try to fight my own battles. I don't want to play general today. God, I lay down my weapons, take shelter in your peace, and ask you to take over. Thank you for your protection. So like this screen is a bookmarker, so I want to see where did I leave off. Life. I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Great Mother except through me. John 14:6. All praise to God, the Great Mother. It is by her great mercy that we have been born again. Because God raised Jesus Christ from the dead, now we live with great expectation. 1 Peter 1 through 3. When you read the Bible, replace Jesus' name for your name. And it'll save you a lot of trouble. Know that when you're praying, you're paying attention to your higher self. And it may show up as humility. Pride will ruin people, but those who are humble will be honored. Humble yourselves before the Great Mother, and she will uplift you. Didn't I make everything by my power? This is how all things were created. The people I value are not proud. They are sorry for the wrong things they have done. They have great respect for what I say. Isaiah 66:2. What's the closing message? Thankfulness. So I'm glad it gave me a chapter because at first I thought that was just the back of it, like how we did with the introduction. Rejoice always, pray continuously, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you. 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18. So I heard bottom of the deck, but I'm gonna get something from the top deck, I'm gonna get something from the bottom of the deck, just to be clear. So the first card out is the Lovers. Love loathes all sorrow and bewitches flesh, mind, and breath, reminding me that I am unafraid of the alluring winds of my eternity. Now the wind's not up there high. I told y'all it was so windy. Honey, the sweetness of you swells in the grace of your pool, oh so beautifully lethal. Rowan, there is no need to fear, dear one. Protected you are and protected you will always be. Inner power. Let it be known no will or desire is more powerful than I am embodied. And that's your inner power. I don't know if you're into religion like that. You could be just spiritual, or some of you could be an atheist. As long as you can hear your inner guidance, your inner thoughts, your higher self talking, you know when your ancestors are communicating with you versus not communicating with you. All of this is angelic presence. So you will feel shifts. You will feel certain energies in the room. You will have certain nudges of yay or nay. That's when your discernment is sharp, very keen energy. But don't worry so much. When you do less, more gets done. It's kind of like what I'm getting. Whenever you guys do come into communication or you come into union, don't be afraid to take it slow. Because I'm getting the energy, it's like, I want it, but I don't want to lose it. All right, get your head in the game, coach. And it's like, I see a lot of cards peeking through. It's like, even with that solar plexus energy, and that solar plexus is like your inner power, but it's like, even with this energy, this sounded like a knock at the door. Maybe you know where this person lives. Maybe they know where you live. I don't know. Don't pop up in my house, child. But something is being delivered. We got the fruit basket here. That's how I'm like, it sounded like somebody knocked on the door. And that's my back door. So like, it should have been coming from that direction if it was the front door. What is that? It's Tyrone Davis. But in the song, well, how does it go? He says, her husband coming through the front, I'm coming out the back. Oh, Lord. I hope that's not y'all energy. All cards that I can see, I'm just putting them on the table because I got a little bit more time. I mean, I do gotta go because we gotta go somewhere today, but my dad already fed my daughter, so I had a little bit more time. I guess he was like, girl, you taking too long. I gotta go. Well, I want to take her shopping today, so I gotta do her hair. She tried to fall asleep before I could do it last night, child, so. I did her hair one day. I'm like, I just did her hair last night, Dad, and it does not look like it. He was like, I know, because when I woke up, I saw her rubber bands was all over the floor. Oh, shit. Y'all, this is literally like a full spread. But I wanted all cards that was popping out because, like, the way that they was just bunched, but we're gonna get it straightened out. Let's straighten it out. Now, Monica and Usher redid this song. So right when I said that, this song started playing. Take a good time and come and talk to me. Something like that. Shit, I don't know. Tell me what's on your mind. I love Monica, y'all. I think y'all know that by now. Beyonce, Monica, Key Glock. I love Key Glock. I think I went to school with Key Glock, but I don't know. I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's really here nor there. But it's like, you know how when you see somebody, remember when I did a channel of theirs, like, it's like somebody's going to be like, I saw you in 3rd grade. But I feel like y'all are superstars that I talk to. And that scares you a little bit because it's like you have to do things that, you know, you possibly didn't think that you were too late or something like that. I'm seeing the, well, I don't know if she was a grandmama, but I'm seeing the lady on Wakanda. I think that was her first movie, y'all. The older black lady. But she was like there with T'Challa when she was, I think she told him like, you'll hear your dad, just, you know, call upon him and he'll come. before he took that potion or whatever. But we know we really don't have to take no potion. I mean, we can set our intentions. You can use your energy and set your intentions in your water. This is rose quartz. So if you're into like self-love, you should do that with rose quartz. And we do have Chameo on the table with 777, and she talks about rose quartz and pink flowers and hearts and just connecting with the divine and your self-love. They're like, what you doing? I'm like, it's giving me that Bridgerton scene when I told you that the bride ran off because she was like, you don't want me, you want my sister. Shit. She, but the girl was playing with her bracelet like that. Be mindful of jewelry. Whether somebody is gifting you jewelry or, you know, I'm getting the energy of the heirloom now. So it's like just something is going to catch your eye. And it's a sign that the angels want you to be happy. And so with Chameo, with the 777 and the, a lot of heart healing is taking place. Because with this, I always start with self, but it's like she's literally delivering abundance of love, if that makes sense. Back to the knock at the door. And then I was like, we had the fruit basket. So at times you may receive a series of favors or unexpected gifts for no apparent reason. The angels are here to remind you that you are deserving of all good things. A lot of conflicts that you've possibly experienced in the past are literally melting away because they were conflicts within those times. But it's like whoever could not withstand the tide got washed up within the wave, right? A lot of healing, a lot of sickness, a lot of definitely shedding of what don't serve you. But with this emerald coming through with the 999, remember I told you guys, damn, that's why the bracelet was like that. I told y'all, like, even with that, her bracelet was emerald, by the way. It was emerald and gold. But I told y'all, it's like she wasn't a diamond to him. She was an emerald. Your chakras are definitely in alignment with this. But if you're not using your creativity the way that you can to bring forth your manifestations, you will feel like that clouded judgment energy. Because I'm seeing the card, but I didn't cleanse it up. However, with these cards being like the clouds and you see the birds and stuff, they're just minding their business, doing a little yoga and whatnot. But it's like when reality kicks back in, like whether you're asleep at night or, you know, you possibly wake up like in this panic feeling. I'm feeling cold all of a sudden, so maybe you're getting cold sweats. I hear my baby. A lot of changes are very much in store for you, and they're big changes, but they're changes that must be done. 333 here in reverse to 555 is very beautiful because this means that the change is inevitable, true, but it's a grand change. 555 is damn near taking up this. 333 is just like, I'm here. And it's in reverse. This song talks about this song. Well, give me a song, but I'm finna read it. The Archangel Beauty, Jovo is for beauty, wisdom. Kelly Rowland Bump Like This is the song they chose. Told y'all I was gonna bump like this. And it's like her ancestors was like, I told you. That is so beautiful. This ring is an emerald cut. That's what that is. And it's like, even at times, you may feel those nudges. It's just, look at music on the bottom. So this is candles and stuff, so you possibly like candles, and then it's candles up top too. That's that fire. What time is it? When a dove flies into your day, it's a messenger from the angels delivering a promise of inner harmony and peace. Like, why when you get over here, you want to slow down all of a sudden? I was finna shuffle the cards, but I didn't know that I saw it when I saw the damn dove. But birds are very, very significant. I'm also hearing love birds, but it's beyond that. This stork really been showing his presence because storks talk about abundance of fertility. Child, 2026 or 2027, y'all might as well go and get ready to be changing diapers because that's really standing out. So I'm gonna tell y'all this meaning and then I'm gonna go. Storks represents new beginnings, fertility, and transformation. Heavily associated with the arrival of spring, prosperity, and protection of the home. Deeply rooted in as a bringer of babies and historically as a carrier of souls. Okay, egrets, and then I'm done because we know ain't no damn birds delivering no babies. But in the spirit realm, everything must happen spiritually before it can happen physically. So that's why your dreams are like, there we go. It's out here still. The egret is a spiritual symbol of patience, purity, and balance. While the stork represents the arrival of new life, the egret symbolism is more deeply tied to the stillness and precision required to hunt in wetlands, representing the ability to wait for the right moment to act. The fact that they lay in wetlands, and I told you about the water and the fire. I'm hearing the yin to my yang. Okay. Flamingo is a spiritual symbol of balance, vibrancy, and social connection. I'm gonna go plan a trip, okay? That's my sign to do that. That's my sign. I didn't know that was gonna fall, but everything is gonna fall into place. But I wanna go to Flamingo Beach, y'all. And so when I saw Flamingo, I was like, let me do one more, okay? So that really was for me. So I hope y'all enjoy. But I'm finna go do what I do. If you're interested in the ebook, The Boss Up, that is on TarRose.Company.Site. She just wanna fuck with her boss. So I took on a cruise when it said, this Trey Songz boss. Damn, so Trey Songz boss came through and the Carter's boss came through too? I see a feather coming down. I'm not pulling shit in, so I'm finna go. I am going to Turks and Caicos. I can go to both places. My mama want me to go to Turks and Caicos, y'all. I know she do because I was like, I've heard of Turks and Caicos before, but when it was coming through, I was like, it was like 40 minutes trying to write down them cards. So like when y'all see me doing these, divine protection, divine wisdom is being given. Pay attention to the knowledge and the ideas. In blue, I wrote game on, so April showers bring May flowers. Gratitude, that's giving the energy to express gratitude. Energy healing, your touch carries power. Cleanse and recharge yourself often. Cars starting or trains are very significant. The number 16, 1070, gold, blue, and this is true. Don't they say like when you get married, like something blue or something true, something like that? I just put true. So like something true came through, but clean is holy. Cleanliness is holiness. So definitely buy your bath salts from TarRose.Company.Site. And golden ticket came through in reverse, which talks about your intuition. I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, guys, I'm going to go for today. Check out the description box for TarRose.Company.Site, bath salts, candles, rose bouquets, personal readings with myself. So if this resonated and you would like to explore specifically for your union, because this was a collective, look at that. We got book 10 Empress, okay? So that's how you can book your personal readings with myself. You can Google Tanzi B's for hair care and skincare products, or check out the description box below. Bye. I love you guys. It's 11:01, so that's very, very beautiful energy.